You're going to read it?
Hey
Good
guys,
morning,
we're
everybody.
here.
Oh, hello.
Simple
9:02 sharp.
suggestions.
Simplesuggestions19.com
at your service. So, well, we've had so much rain these past few days. I think my rain gauge yesterday about 3:30 or in the afternoon or something like that was at almost 5 inches, and I'm sure now it's over 5 inches. So, and starting yesterday in the morning about 7:45, I was only at 2.5 inches. So we've had some rain.
Yes, so
Yeah.
what was you doing while you was rained in?
Absolutely nothing.
That's not the answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the answer?
The answer was, I'm sitting here reading.
Atomic Habits.
Exactly. So, everybody.
So, so how is that Atomic Habits coming along? Well, Mark's going to give you the breakdown of the whole situation. So,
Okay.
Mark, you're up.
Yeah, Mark,
Okay,
tell
well,
us.
let me-
Then scoot over here a little bit. And
Let me finish typing this in here. Okay.
okay.
Okay. I'm up to chapter 8.
Okay.
I think we left off at chapter 4. Chapter 5 through 8 in Atomic Habits, author James Clear dives deeper into how habits are formed and how small changes can lead to big improvements over time. Now, that's the summary from just about everything. These chapters focus on the idea that success is not about setting goals, but also about creating systems that support these goals. And it is an important concept because it shifts from the focus of the end result to a process. So it's not about the goal. It's not about, I'm going to run a 5K marathon. You train, run a 5K marathon, but then
And
you're
then you're
done.
done. And that's it. You've got
So-
no more goal.
If you build up a system of training every day or every other day, that will get you to the goal of running a 5K.
But also everything else.
But it will be a habit that you continue on through the rest of your life. And now, by concentrating on daily habits and routines, we can make continuous progress without feeling overwhelmed or by being overwhelmed by big obstacles. So,
Practice.
oh, that's what I wrote last night, but I found a better word just now. Okay, chapter 5 is titled The Best Way to Start a New Habit. This introduces the concepts of implementation intentions. Oh, sorry. So, implementation intentions. This is a strategy that helps you to plan out exactly when and where you will perform these new habits. Now, that's important. The environment. The author, oh, go ahead.
If I read these little things, do I need to read the book? Because
You need to read the book because there's other things in there. He just picked out the main highlights.
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't pick out like they may give you ideas on how to do these habits and what some habits that would be easy to start to get you into doing habits.
I'm
Okay,
telling you
so-
the what he's saying, but he's going to tell you how to implement these
well,
things.
here's my short little thing. I heard it takes 21 days to break a habit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I also heard it takes 21 days to start it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. So, is it 21 days to start a habit? Because if you can't read on a Connect, an iPhone, and all that good stuff because you're not used to it, buy the book.
Well, I
You
will
do
tell
need to
you-
read this book. It is very, very
It's a
interesting.
good book, but I can't get used to reading it on the
That was
iPhones
why
and
I
all
got
that.
the handbook too. But I also, when I went to school
Yeah.
and I was doing online classes, I didn't buy the books. And about, I'm gonna say 2 weeks into the class, I went and bought the book.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I think
the
you
book
need the
is-
book.
Yeah, I do too.
I
And
know
we've got the link for the book down below,
it's on your
Yeah,
phone
so-
and everything, but
or it should be.
I can relax better or something holding a book than I can a phone.
And they're like
or-
reading the
yeah.
newspaper.
Hey, oh yeah, don't get me on newspaper, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
All right.
Sorry.
Instead of just saying, I want to exercise more, you should be specific and say, I will run at 7 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the park. By creating a clear plan, it becomes easier to stick to the habit because your brain knows what to expect. This chapter is
that's a good
important
idea.
because it shows how small tweaks in planning can make new habits easier to adopt and stick with.
I
Now,
like that
that's
idea.
just a summary of the chapter.
Sounds
There's a
interesting.
lot more in there in how to do this.
No, seriously, I read some of the book. I've been reading it, and it is interesting.
Yes.
I really enjoy it.
Yes, he's very conversational in it. When he
Yeah.
tells the story about how he was hit in the face with a baseball bat and had to go through that whole process of
Oh, he
healing.
went through heck.
Yes, but it's a very interesting read. So, oops, did I grab too many pages then?
No, it's chapter
Oh,
5.
yeah,
You gotta finish chapter 6.
I did. Chapter 6, motivation is overrated. Environments matter more. Okay, it was in chapter 6. I thought it was in chapter 5. Clear argues that your surroundings have a huge impact on your habits. He talks about environment design, which means shaping your space so that good habits are easy and bad habits are hard. That's the thing about the environment. For example, if you want to read more, put books in every room. Or if you want to snack less, keep junk food out of sight. This chapter is powerful because it reminds us that willpower alone is often not enough. By controlling our environment, we can control our habits. So let's talk about
Oh,
that.
That's a good idea.
One of the
So
things
that's
that-
one thing I'm gonna do for Mark. Hide the snacks.
yeah.
Come to my house.
And I'm gonna hide your snacks because you're not supposed to be doing it either.
Well, hide them in the garage.
Yeah, hide them
I'm
in the
gonna lock
garage.
The garage. Oh yeah, put them in the garage with the animals.
No, we're here in the garage right now.
Oh yeah,
We're in the man cave.
Yeah.
They're in the man cave.
The man cave.
By
Woo!
invitation
We
only.
invaded the man cave.
We have invaded
Right.
the man cave. Nothing is
Now-
sacred anymore.
My man cave has gotten very disorganized to the point that when I come up here, I just think about all the overwhelming task of cleaning this place up, and I
Oh.
just sit and do
But
other
we
stuff.
have.
You
the,
can make a habit.
Yes.
I need to make a
Fix
habit
your
about getting.
environment.
I need to fix this
Well, I've
environment.
got we ordered some storage things. I'm not
Where'd
sure
you
if
get
you
'em?
ordered off of Temu.
Timu.
Timu.
Is where I ended up getting
Temu.
them from. Yes, I've been
Well-
trying to find something, and so we're
Can-
going to try these.
Can you do a link?
I
Yes,
will.
Once
Okay.
we get them in and everything,
what
and
they
see
are,
what
okay.
they're like, we'll do a little review on them because we may order more if they work out good.
Because
I
you
only
know,
ordered one set.
you got a junk drawer in the kitchen, right? It's got every kind of utensil in there. How many times have you used it, honestly?
I use mine a lot.
All that stuff in that drawer, I do not use.
Most of the time I do.
And I got 10
See, now
different.
he knows I do.
I
Yeah.
got 10 different sizes of measuring cups, all that stuff. You don't need that many. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna
Because you
take
don't cook.
everything out of that thing that I don't use
Uh-huh.
and condense it into one smaller drawer. All that stuff I don't use, now I'm not gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna put them in a tote, put them underneath the cabinet.
Now, I will tell you, I try to go through my junk drawer at least once a year and clean stuff out.
Yeah.
So.
Janice, tell them about that post you showed me the other day. It was somebody's lawn, and they had like furniture and all this
Oh,
stuff
yeah, they cleaned up
piled
their
up
junk-
on, and it
They
says,
cleaned up their junk drawer.
"I cleaned up my junk drawer."
Big pile of garbage out in the yard. So, but I think by changing, but I've been working on Mark on his snacking because we are really getting on Mark about his diabetes.
And now don't get me
So-
wrong,
But
she don't only do him.
I do her too because she told me to.
I told her to on Mondays, Tuesdays,
Mondays, Wednesdays.
Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. We
On
do
Mondays,
this.
Wednesdays, and Fridays. So,
Sorry. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, I try not to eat sweets.
so.
If I do, if I break down, I try to do it, make up for it the next day.
So.
And it does work.
Okay. I just posted the book review that has at the bottom all the links to how to buy
Oh,
it on
good.
Kindle,
Yeah.
Okay, good,
how to
yeah.
buy it paperback, hardback. What's the other options?
And don't
Audible.
forget the did you put the one for the handbook about it? The link for the handbook?
I don't know that I have a link for the
Well, we'll
handbook.
have
I
to find
think
that.
you sent that out in
Oh.
an email to our subscribers.
I might have, but I'll have
Yeah.
to get you the link.
You guys need to subscribe.
Yes,
When
subscribe.
you click on this link, there is a way to subscribe to our posts.
Yeah.
So click on the
I
link.
won't be putting the post on the website about my pond, and I was hoping to have it pretty much finished this weekend, but Helene had different ideas for our weekend. so, but so we. Well, I tell you what, I got lots of water in the pond. Hope my fish didn't run away.
Yeah.
Because even the overflow is working, so I think I finally got that part working. So I made a couple of changes to it with adding me a skimmer, and it was giving me a fight, but I think I finally won. So
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I did. So let's see what's in the next chapter.
Chapter 7. The secret to self-control.
Oh my gosh, I have no self.
Builds on the idea of environmental design and explains why self-control isn't the answer to creating lasting habits. Okay? Again, like self-control and motivation
it up.
aren't
Excuse me, people.
what you really, really need. What you need is to start these systems, and once you get in the habit, you don't need the motivation when you get up in the morning. Like, so you say, I'm going to run every morning at 7 o'clock in the park. So you get in that habit. There's going to be some days you're just not going to be motivated, but the fact that you get up at 7 or 6:30 and get to the park by 7 every morning, it's part of the habit, and you don't need. The wind's blowing through here. We've got the windows open.
It feels nice.
Yeah.
Mark was cooking us.
I like it up here when it's a little bit warm.
And quieter without other people. Okay, let's get back to the book. We don't want no answer.
So, anyways, you don't rely on the motivation and things like that. And like I always said, I never make a decision in the morning. I make a decision at night. I'm going to get up at this time, and I'm going to do this. And when you're laying in bed at 7:30 in the morning and on a Saturday and it's raining outside and you think, oh my gosh, this would just be a great day to sleep in. That's not the day or the time to make a decision. You need to make a decision the night before and then just
Stick with it.
stick with it in the morning.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
Clear believes that people who have good habits aren't necessarily more disciplined. They've just structured their environment in a way that minimizes temptation. Hide my snacks, yeah. This means that instead of trying to resist a bad habit, you should focus on removing the cue that triggers it. This is crucial for anyone trying to break a bad habit. I remember back in the 1970s when my mother tried to quit smoking, she always had an ashtray next to the phone. And back in those days, you only had one phone in the house, and it was attached to the wall,
You couldn't go nowhere.
and you couldn't go nowhere. And my mother had a ashtray and a desk right by the phone. And then when the phone would ring, put that cigarette in her mouth, start smoking while she's talking to whoever. So she put her cigarettes and her matches and everything away from that. She took the ashtray away. And then eventually she said, no more smoking in the house. And that was a big one because when you live in Wisconsin and it's 40 below outside during the winter time, there's very little motivation to go out and have that cigarette.
Oh, yes, there is. I lived in Chicago when I smoked, and I still went out for that cigarette.
I know, I still did it too, but
I didn't take as
less
much time.
frequently, and I didn't smoke the
yes.
cigarette all the way down
No.
to the end. I just,
Can I tell my age?
Uh-huh.
I had a party line. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember
I
party
remember
lines?
party
Oh my
lines because
gosh.
we'd pick up the phone and then somebody would be talking, we'd have to hang it up.
Yeah.
And then we'd pick up the phone, put our
See
hand
if
over
they're
the
still
thing
talking and listen.
and
or-
listen to what they're talking
Oh,
about and
yeah.
see if the conversation is
Was-
at
was
a
interesting?
good place to end or,
Hang the phone up.
yeah. And then they would say, is somebody on the line? Because they could tell, they could hear that click and
Yep.
then they could,
And there's
the
nothing
volume
like
would go down.
one
Yep.
more thing on about a phone on the wall. There's nothing like a good hang up. Slam.
Yes. Oh yeah, you cannot slam your,
You cannot hang up on people nowadays.
this
It's
is just
the
not as
same.
dramatic. Well, to you too.
It's just not the
Oh,
same.
did
Not
you
the
just hang
same.
up on me?
Yeah.
We lost connection.
Yeah,
I'm
Anyway,
sorry,
back to the
Mark.
story.
that's all right. Okay, this means that instead of trying to resist a bad habit, we should focus on removing the cue that triggers it. This is crucial for anyone trying to break a habit, as it takes the pressure off needing superhuman willpower and instead focuses on reducing exposure to the habit itself.
That gives me some ideas for Mark. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, chapter 8. How to make a habit irresistible introduces the concept of tempting bundling. Okay? This technique combines something that you want to do with something that you need to do. For example, if you love watching Netflix but struggling to exercise, you can set a rule that you can only watch your favorite show while working out on the treadmill. I used to do that. We,
That's okay.
oh, that's all right. We didn't use the recording from last week anyway.
Oh, we didn't? Okay.
No. So this makes it easier to stick to a habit because you're pairing something that's enjoyable with something that's beneficial. And I used to do that. I think when Janice first met me, my treadmill was right in front of my TV. And the only time I would watch TV is when I was on the treadmill.
It must have been before you knew me, because you never even had a treadmill in the room.
Yeah, I did.
Not in the living room, you did not.
Yeah.
No, sir. Not when you met me.
I had the couch on this side, the chair, and the treadmill, and the TV.
Well, that's okay.
Anyways.
Anyway, it was not with me.
Okay.
Yeah. I stopped using
That's
the
no big
treadmill
deal.
because, anyways, I just had surgery, so I wasn't using the treadmill, and I never got back into the habit of using my treadmill. Okay, so you're pairing it with something enjoyable. So the summary is, overall, these chapters emphasize on building good habits is not about having superhuman willpower or relying on motivation, but it's about making those tiny adjustments in your environment and your mindset.
Yeah, because if I rely on motivation, sometimes it ain't going to happen. Because sometimes I just don't have the motivation at that moment.
That's why these are essential, and they show how simple actions like rearranging your living space or planning your day with intention can dramatically improve your life over time. So that's another thing that's in the book that I'm not really touching on here, is planning your day.
Well, I used to have a little book, and every day I would write in, the night before I would write in there what I needed to get done the next day. And I used to always follow that to the best I could. And I got so much more done.
Well, you guys do that with the business, don't you?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it's not like you just drive out
No.
of, oh, yeah, who do we got to do today?
No,
oh,
we got 'em wrote
gosh.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all
We
written
go by
down.
calendar. Yes, probably 30 days, sometimes 2 months out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I put the link in the description here. It's a quick review of the book, but at the very bottom is the link on how to purchase the book on Audible, Kindle, paperback, hardcover, and I think there's a way that if you have some kind of membership with Amazon or something, that you can get it for free. The concepts in these chapters alone are enough to help anyone get started on a path to building better habits and breaking the bad ones. So
Well,
that is my summary of these chapters.
well, I think we're going to learn a lot better ways to get our lives in order by this book. And I've been trying to do a little bit. I've been trying to get back into my book again about making my daily things to do. And even though my daily routine, I can start off with really having nothing to do. And by 10 o'clock, I've got so much going on, I don't know which way to go. And, so it's a...
Well, there's an old story about guy gets up to look for his glasses because he needs it to read the instructions on something. He goes to look for his glasses and he pulls the drawer open and the handle falls off. And he goes, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and just fix this handle. So he goes looking for a screwdriver. He goes out into the garage and looking for the screwdriver, and he sees that there's a crack in the window. He says, oh, I need some tape, and I'm going to tape over that real quick. Goes to find the tape, can't find the tape, but as he's digging through the drawer, he finds something that he was supposed to do like 2 weeks ago, a phone number or something, and he pulls it out and says, oh, I'm going to call it, and he can't find his phone, so he's walking away to get his phone, and as he's looking around, he has to go to the bathroom, goes into the bathroom, and there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, so he has to go and get toilet paper to restock.
Never found his
And
glasses.
then by the end of the day, after getting all these distractions, he hasn't accomplished one simple thing, but he spent 6 hours, 8
Doing
hours
nothing,
doing it.
trying to get one
Trying
thing
to
in.
get one thing done.
I've been there and done that.
Yes.
So,
So,
yeah.
So what else you got for us?
okay. Jocelyn, you are a business owner.
I know.
Are you really?
Really? I know, right?
Technically, we are. Business
We all
owners.
are, aren't we?
Yes, we
doing
are.
what
Yes,
we're
we
doing
are,
with the
doing what we're doing.
simple suggestions.
19.com
At your service.
Now,
Anyway.
we are transitioning from doing physical work and working for other people to working for ourselves.
We're trying to, yes.
Yes,
We're getting there.
we're getting there.
Yes.
We're building this business, and when you started your business, why did you start getting into cleaning?
Okay, make a long story short, I had a friend, and she had a friend. So he knew how close this friend and I was, and so I was working at, I can't say, and so he told her, he says, you know, I'm trying to find someone who could clean my house, and she says, well, you know, my friend Jocelyn's looking for part-time work, and he's perfect. She's hired. Well, long story short, he only done it because he wanted to date her and to be connected to her. And to be connected to her, what would be better than
Having you clean his
her-
house.
yeah, her best
Her
friend.
best friend cleaned his house.
Yeah.
So that's what
Okay.
y'all started.
Yeah, that's what got me started.
Well,
Worked out good.
but you
though.
found a niche that you fit into, and you found more work that way.
Well, slow, but yes. Eventually, I did quit my full-time job, took all my money out of stock, and it was tough for the first 2 years. But I've been doing it, 20 years now? And
Over 20 years.
yeah, and got my assistant over here, and
I started in 2002.
yeah.
So,
So we've had it going this long. You
Okay.
know, it's what's that word? Feast of famine.
yeah.
Now, there
We
are some
famine a
people.
lot.
Now, like 80% of most businesses fail within the first year.
No, I
Now, a
didn't.
lot of these businesses, they go all in and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and they put everything in this business to start a business. I think it kind of plays to these habits of the advantage of building a business. Starting out small, make small mistakes that don't cost you everything, and then build on that knowledge and experience and build your business over time. And most of the most successful businesses start by building a business rather than just going all in and, somebody saying, I'm going to just take everything I own, sell it, and buy this building and start my business. They hang their shingle out there and then they wait for customers to come in.
Personally, I think you should have a fallback plan. You know, maybe keep your job while you're trying to build your business,
Mhm.
and then or have two types of business going.
Uh-huh.
So if one don't succeed, the other one will. You know.
Well,
Well-
they say nowadays, when you do a business, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to sell books online. You need to sell books online and also maybe sell necklaces online, because that's what I have always heard, because that way if one doesn't work, and I find that a lot of people that used to be just in one particular thing, like construction companies, they now do plumbing and all this other kind of stuff, because nowadays you just can't make it on just one niche, as one calls it.
Okay. Here's from one of our posts. This is the advantages of subscribing to our posts. It's called "Why Focusing on Making More Money is Better Than Just Trying to Spend Less." Okay. The bathtub analogy. 2 faucets can fill up your bathtub twice as fast. Imagine your finances as a bathtub, and if you only have 1 faucet running, it will take a while for the bathtub to fill up. However, if you turn on
But-
a second faucet, the bathtub fills
Don't
up
read it
much
to 'em.
faster.
Let them sign up to get it. Just read them the points.
Well, yes,
Yeah, just let them
this
read
is
points.
a very, very, very long.
Yeah. So 'cause we've only got a few more minutes left if you're going to finish your top 3 things to do before
Yes.
starting any business.
Okay. Oh, yes, we got to get to that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, building a business. Okay. First of all, Jocelyn fell into her niche through chance and circumstances, and that's a really, really good way to find your niche. Like, let's say you're single and you're going to these dating sites and they're just not doing what you want them to do. You have a better way of creating a dating site. That might be your niche that you find. So anyways, that's the first thing you need to do is identify your niche or market. So before you dive into the business, know what you're going to be selling and who you're going to be selling it to. Now, everybody, like when I started doing online affiliate marketing and stuff, I got myself a coach, and the first thing he had me do is write out a business plan. And I've been following that for the last 3 years. So building a business plan, even if it's just an outline. Now here's the thing that you can do. I wish I would have had this when I first started, is Chat GPT. It's free. You can go in there and you can ask it a question like, create me an outline for a business plan. It will create the outline for your business plan. You can look at it, read it, and think, okay, and then do a little research on Google on each one of the topics that it brings up. Find out what fits with you and your business plan, and then type that into ChatGPT and say, I want to do this through this outline, and it will expand on that. So,
Running up. I'll flash you. Sorry, guys.
so the business plan. Now we're going to go more in depth in our posts about this. So you need to subscribe to these posts. Oh, we got
Yes.
2 viewers already.
So,
Okay.
lost
Third and final thing. Everybody agree on this?
Set up your online presence. Yes.
Even if you have a bricks and mortar business these days, you have to have a website.
yeah.
You have to have a Facebook page. You have to have these things.
And
And you need to set them up. And if you go to our posts, there are instructions on how to set up a Facebook.
We'll be happy to help you out.
Yes,
We've done
we'll
it
be
by
happy.
ourselves.
Yes.
So, and we went through a lot of trial and error. But good thing is, he's a computer tech and he knows a lot of that stuff. So that helped us a lot.
Oh,
So,
that brings me to my other points.
so
The equipment needed for an online business. Website and hosting. You need to do, and there's instructions on our posts, keyword research tools. An email marketing software. We have one. We just started a campaign last week, and we're adding more subscribers to our list. And content creation tools. So we edit some of our videos sometimes, and we put together different instructions. Janice has her videos on her pond, and if you would watch the entire 2 hours, you would probably get bored and not make it through. But we chop those videos up into small 6-minute,
took out the
7-minute.
mistakes.
Yes. So there is blooper reels out there.
Everybody's still waiting for the time when I get into my pond and slip and fall.
Yes.
Haven't done that yet though.
Well,
You.
you need a quality camera and microphone. There's ways to pick those out. Subscribe. Lighting and background setup. Now, we haven't taken much time to do background setup. When I was working from home, I put these up on my wall. It's my CCNA, my Microsoft A+, my
He's smart.
yeah. So anyways, I got my diploma up there and things like that. There are social media management tools. Now, if you're going to be a business guru like us, your professional website and client booking capabilities, your presentation and course creation tools. I'm using ChatGPT for my outlines. I created this outline with ChatGPT. And you need to set up a payment method. So we use PayPal, and I think on our website we have the ability to use Stripe, but we're not actually selling anything on our webpage. It's a information webpage. So
Yeah, we don't want to have to do the inventory and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, we're not doing inventory
Yeah,
and
just
stuff.
trying to help
So
people
anyways,
out.
but there are ways to set up those things and subscribe to our webpage and look for these
And what is
posts.
our webpage?
Simplesuggestions19.com
at your service.
Now the at your service.
Hey, now, for a small fee, and I can set you up with him.
So, and
So-
he can help you with some stuff. He's
And
good.
he's willing to travel for
Yes.
a small fee.
Yes. Very small fee. I work for food.
Well, it depends on
No,
how
we
far-
don't work for food.
No, we don't work for food. We work for money, but we are willing to help you out, and
Yeah.
some things can be handled over the phone
Yeah,
or
sometimes
over
we're fun.
Team Viewer or whatever.
Yeah.
But some things you just have to get in there and get it taken care of. Like one of my biggest things was right now, and it's hard when you don't have a computer guy in the house to help you out. My cables on my computer and stuff, they're everywhere. So I'm still waiting for somebody to come in and help me out with
I got
those.
mine all tied up and
Well-
neat. Mine are so neat. I mean, you would not believe it.
Did you hire somebody for that?
Yes.
Who'd you
I
hire?
hired Mark Steinprice.
I shouldn't have to hire Mark Steinprice.
And,
He lives in my house.
and, like, if I call him up and say, oh, Mark, this thing is acting stupid again, he says, well, go to your, what? What is it? Where do I find it, Jocelyn? Go to your left-hand corner down to them 4 little squares. Click on that. Left click on it. Okay, so I left click on it. And then he'll say, now, no, don't say it, Mark. Hold on, I'm coming over.
Now, one of my favorite stories Mark has ever told me in his IT adventures, and he's been in it for a long time, was he worked at this company, and I won't say the company, and he was in the IT department, and he said he got a call from this girl that worked there, and what did she tell you?
You're talking about,
The whiteout.
yes. I wasn't white out. I told her, I said, okay, now right click your screen anywhere where it's blue. She's like, okay. I said, now what do you see? She said, what you told me. I said, well, what are you seeing? And she says, I don't see anything. And I said, okay, now right click on the screen where it's blue. So now what do you see? Click. Click what? And I'm like, are you clicking on the screen? She goes, what? And I said, I'll come down there. I go down there. She had taken a marker, and fortunately it was the old CRT monitors, and it was glass on the front. And she had written click. So when I said right click
Oh, the screen.
on the
She
screen
wrote
where
click.
it's blue, she took out her marker and wrote click.
Well, then I must have read someone else where somebody was telling her to delete something, so she took a ball of white out.
Yeah,
and
that was a joke.
That was a
Yeah,
joke,
Yeah,
yeah.
She
that's
whited
a
it
real
out on
joke.
there.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
But that
Okay.
was my favorite story about him being in IT. And I tell you what, I'd done some IT work myself, and because I started going to school for it, and some of the things that I mean, I'd be in class, and some of these things that these people done in this class was like,
So in other words, what they're saying is, if you need help,
call Mark Stein.
call Mark, and
We do have, don't we have a link on Simple
Yes,
Suggestions
we can put
19?
a simplesuggestions19.com
at your service.
And what do
And-
you look for?
And we
Tech?
also have a web page here on
Yes,
Facebook called Tech to You.
tech
Yes.
to you.
So, and we come to you.
Yes.
And you can also reach Jocelyn's cleaning services for one-time jobs and stuff.
Yeah, we're doing We're doing some one-time jobs right now because we're booked up on regular cleaning. But if you would like to have one-time jobs,
Clean out, clean,
clean
in,
outs, clean
in.
ins, one-time cleanings, you know,
That link is on there also.
If you're a realtor and you want to get a house into showroom condition,
give us a call.
give them a call.
Give us a call.
So,
Okay, so
Well, I think that rounds us up today.
yeah,
Ready for my third cup of coffee.
yeah.
Okay.
So you have a great day. And if you're here in around, or if you're in the area where this Miss Helene is coming through,
Be careful.
just stay safe. Stay
Yeah,
safe.
Stay away from power down.
Stay
power
out of
lines.
that water running over the roads because you
Yes,
don't know how
do not
deep it is
cross
and
the
what's in
water.
there. I've
We
heard
got
a lot of
family-
people drowning and getting washed away out there.
Yeah, we got family down in
So,
close to Gainesville, and they're saying they're going to be out of electric maybe for a week.
well, our sister's out of electric right now, so she's been
Yeah,
out since
but,
yesterday
yeah,
afternoon. So
Exactly. I'm
So,
out of cable
you never know where you're at. So, and look at us, we've got internet
and lights,
and lights.
and I'm out of cable.
She has no internet.
Wah! Okay.
All right,
Okay.
everybody, take care. Stay
Okay.
safe.
Good night, guys.
Simplesuggestions19.com
At your
service. Have a great week.
God
Like
bless
and share.
everybody. God bless.
Like and share.
Like
yes,
and share.
Thank you.
Now you didn't put it on you.